All right, guys, method of common bases, page 30. I really should put the page numbers at the top. So, common bases. We've got this situation here where we're going to be looking at what I can use, what power of x would make 16. Well, 2 to the first, 2. I'll make a quick table. If I say that I'm plugging in 1, I get out 2. If I plug in 2, I will get out 4. If I plug in 3, I will get out 8. If I plug in 4, I get 16. And I can see if I said 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, that makes 16. Woo-hoo! I'm going to show you another trick. If you go here on a graph screen, and you can see I've already done it, factor 16, it tells you it's 2 to the 4th. So, how did I get there? Menu, number, factor, and you type in any number, and there you go. So for the next one, just think about it for a second. 3 to what power gives you 27? It's not 1. It's not 2 because that's 9. If x equals 3, 3 to the 3rd, that is 27. Now this is a trickster. There's a fraction involved, high levels of stress. Instead, let's look at it. We know that if it became a fraction, that means there was a negative there. Negative 2. And you can try that out. 5 to the negative 2 will give you 1/25. Now here, now we've got a bigger number where the variable is. So I want to bring it down to 4. Now you want to think the other way. Okay, the negatives made them fractions. Think about the fractional exponents made them our exponents. So if I say 16 to the 1/2, that will result in 4. Now, just practice here. This is another thing we want to talk about leading up to it. We remember from our first day of exponents, if I have power to a power, I'm multiplying them. All right, you do the second one. Third one, watch this. This is where it's going to get stressful. Power to a power, I multiply. Multiply, make sure you're distributing. So negative 3x plus 7. You go ahead now and do D, okay? Just because it's so important, I'm going to write it out. I want you to do it. Negative 3 plus 3x squared. And now we're going to use that to help me figure out common bases. So first here, I have the numbers 8 and 32. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to use my factor button. And I'm going to put 8 in, and that tells me that I can rewrite 8 as 2 cubed. Remember that that x was always there. Can't just take them out. Now do menu, number, factor, 32, and I get 2 to the 5th. So instead of writing 32, I'm going to write 2 to the 5th. Now, first, power to a power, so I have 2 to the 3x here equals 2 to the 5th. And the cool part about this, if the bases are equal, they're both 2's. And I know that the whole expressions are equals because there's an equal signs in between them. I can set the exponents equal. So then I just, to solve that, divide by the 3, and I'll have 5/3. All right, let's look at another one. 9. Put that in the factor button, or know that that's 3 squared. Factor 27. So I'm over here, menu, number, factor 27, 3 cubed. Now, like we did in exercise 2, distribute this. So I have 4x plus 2 equals 3. Last, bases are equal. Therefore, exponents are equal. So 4x plus 2 equals 3. I'm going to solve. Subtract 2. 4x equals 1. Divide. And there I am. Okay? All right. One more. Oh boy, oh boy. 125. Factor it. Menu. 2, 3, 125. That breaks down that that's the same as 5 to the thirds. And remember that was being raised to the x. Now let's do the 125th. Menu 2, 3, 1 over 25. And it's coming back as a fraction. So that's a little annoying that they didn't do it all for us. I mean, we have to do a little work on our own here. So think about it. If I have an exponent and it's in the denominator, to move it upstairs, it will become a negative exponent. Lastly, go through. Power to a power, I multiply. So 5 to the 3x. And here I have 5, negative 8 plus 2x. Same spot here, bases are equal, expressions are equal. I can say 3x equals negative 8 plus 2x. I'm going to go ahead, subtract the 2x here, and I get x equals negative 8. Lastly, I'd like you to do number 4. Now, worst case scenario, if the common basis is not making some sense yet, what other options do you have? You have the store method because it's multiple choice. And we will practice more of these in class. Have a super night.